Our next speaker is Charlie Andrews. Charlie graduated from San Jose State University with a BS in 1967 and from Santa Clara in 1969 with an MBA. He worked in Silicon Valley for 4 years. When he relocated to Florida and worked with children in a horticultural program for 3 years. He began farming commercially and organically in 1986. He is the owner of Hammock Hollow Farm in North Central Florida, and he has also done consulting internationally. Charlie, floor is yours.
Mm-hmm. I thank you very much for the privilege of speaking as a simple farmer, and I'm just overwhelmed by the previous guest, so articulate and to the point. And I apologize that I can't. I don't apologize for anything, but anyway, I am a farmer. I would like to start out by saying that just a little background. My family moved here to Florida in the late 1940s to Madeira Beach, and I was about 8, 9 years old then, and the water clarity and everything that's been presented before us was for me as an 8 or 9 year old splashing down a white sandy beach, crystal clear water, fish jumping, was totally incredible experience. It stayed with me through my lifetime. I'm 81 now, but the thing is that the clear water in the Gulf of Mexico and the Boca Ciega Bay, we lived on Madeira Beach. Then the dredging started in the late 1940s, and then all through the 50s, it ramped up with very little any restrictions. It was minimal for the development of waterfront property for the people that sold the property, but that resulted in a lot of the grass beds that around the Bay Area and then in the shallow Gulf, which were actually the nursery grounds. A lot of the fish and marine and aquatic life took a hit, and then we know the rest of the story there about the quality of the water, the salt water in that area. I'd like to fast forward to 1978 is when I came back from California. I bought a few acres of land and added on since then. We're in North Central Florida, gorgeous area, absolutely gorgeous. We live in a hardwood hammock that's there's an orange grove down from us that was established in 1854. It's just about done now because of the greening. But one thing that excited me was the quality of the earth here, and I started farming and a garden area, and then established a commercial farm in 1986. We certified the farm organic in 1989. It was continuously certified up till recently. But one thing about this area that was really just, to me, was always a magnet, was the beautiful, beautiful artesian springs, crystal clear water in the 70s, the 80s. But then somehow along in the later 90s and 2000, the springs didn't seem quite, they started to seem not as clear. There were certain real deep areas, you could see the bottom, but it wasn't the same. And the thing is that I, as a farmer, started to realize that, one of the reasons I wanted to farm organically was, to take care of the land and basically myself. I didn't want to be in the midst of a chemical cloud I was applying to the landscape. But it's the nitrogen that's leached from these big industrial farming projects that are north of us here, especially cotton and some of the other crops that are grown commercially up in Panhandle, North Florida, and then in Georgia, that leaches down into the aquifer and causes this algae in starting to get in. We get our water tested here at the farm every other year for E. coli and coliform. It's been not, we haven't had any incidents at all, but I would just like to say that, try to finish up here by saying that we, on our walk-in cooler to our farm here, we have a bunch of environmental stickers, a Sierra Club, this and that. We have one from the American Farmland Trust that says, "No farms, no food." Well, the thing is, I think there'll probably be a sticker sometime, hopefully not. It'll say, "No water, no farms." I'd like to read a quote that has stuck with me through several years that I just ran across before Joe was nice enough to ask me to make a presentation or a speech. And this is it, quote, "Act politically means networking with your fellow Greens and holding accountable politicians who ignore our common interest in health and resilience of the world, or who find it financially or politically expedient to represent the interest of those who profit from pollution, sustainable exploitation of our natural resources." Frederick C. Rich. I thank you very much. And again, I feel very privileged to be in just speaking and saying my piece in the company of the previous speakers. And thank you all. And you're all welcome, if you're ever in the area, to come and visit and here at the farm. And again, thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.